Hello and welcome to this week's episode of When in Vietnam. In today's Why Vietnam segment, we meet a British artist who has fallen in love with the country's urban development and channels that passion into his artwork. Later in Greet and Meet, we explore the world of ASMR cooking, featuring the chef behind one of the most popular YouTube cooking channels to see how he brings online dishes to life. Ready to dive in? But first, let's meet our host. Ho Chi Minh City, Vietnam's largest metropolis, is a vibrant mix of old and new. Beyond its reputation as a financial powerhouse, the city is also a cultural hub where traditions meet modern life. Over the years, many overseas Vietnamese have chosen to return here, drawn by a sense of belonging and the opportunity to reconnect with their heritage. And this man is one of them.
What's up, everybody? My name is Petey Magic Nguyen, and I am an Australian-born Vietnamese currently living in Vietnam for the last 13 years. I'm a professional magician, an actor, and also a content creator. So what was it that really brought me back here? Initially, besides the traveling, I started to feel I needed to learn more about the Vietnamese culture. Like actually go deep into learning where my parents came from and also being amongst the beautiful people of Vietnam. It wasn't an easy road, but there were challenges that I faced, but that allowed me to grow, learn, adapt and appreciate what's presented to me. Here I am today. I'm super grateful for all that has happened, but now let's get out there and catch up with some other expats who have also made the transition to living in Vietnam. So, welcome to When in Vietnam.
Ho Chi Minh City, with its restless energy and layers of history, casts a spell on expats who find themselves drawn to its rhythm. It's a place where many find themselves staying far longer than planned, captivated by an indescribable energy, a beauty they feel compelled to capture. Some document Ho Chi Minh City through the lens, framing its dynamic streets, constant movement, and vibrant colors of everyday life. For others, it's about pen and ink, the slow, meditative process of drawing each line, recording history as it unfolds in real time.
So here I am in District 1 in Ho Chi Minh City. I'm actually going to go visit an artist. He's a friend of mine and he also uses his hands, but not the same way I use my hands. He actually draws beautiful landscapes of Vietnam. Let's go visit him and say good day. Hello, Richie, are you home?
Yeah, I'm in.
Here he is, let's go. Hey!
Well, long time.
How are you, mate?
Oh, man.
It's been a while, eh?
Still alive.
Mate.
You know, still drawing.
I can see that the collection's growing.
It is, that's right. Yeah, lots to talk about, mate. Yeah, loads of things happened.
Okay, so what's the latest for Vietnam that you've done?
Yeah, I mean, as you know, it's always evolving, isn't it? It's the most exciting thing about the whole project here. This one here particularly, this is a view of Can and Binh Tan, and this shows the panorama. Actually, you wouldn't normally see this, but the landmark 81 right in the middle there.
Is that where the metro is?
It
That's
is.
supposed to be
Yeah,
the
that's
metro
right.
there.
Yeah, metro.
Okay.
Yeah, one day you'll see a train go across that route.
Wow, that's cool. I like it.
Richie Fawcett's love for Vietnam flows through every stroke of his pen, capturing the spirit of Ho Chi Minh City in ways words could never convey. What began as a curiosity in the vibrancy of a foreign land has blossomed into a life's mission to preserve the essence of Vietnam's bustling streets, resilient history, and intimate corners through art.
Beginning of my life, I was drawing as a child, and that was a natural thing to do, obviously, but never thought anything more about it until coming to Vietnam. I just draw what I see. It's like a visual diary, so instead of writing words, I'm drawing the picture, I'm drawing the view, drawing what I see at that time, and it's dated and it's recorded, and you've got a date and a time and a year on that. It becomes a historic document. The way that the city's developed in the last 10 years or so has been very rapid, and I'm very fortunate and very lucky to have been able to capture that, so in my drawings, not photographs, not taking pictures, it's drawing.
Richie's art captures the soul of the city. Armed with pen and ink, he documents not just the structures, but the character of each street. Every piece he creates is a labor of love, meticulously drawn over weeks. Richie goes beyond mere sketches. He breathes life into his art by embedding LED lights, transforming it into a nighttime reverie. As dusk falls, his drawings glow softly, mimicking the bustle of Ho Chi Minh City after dark. The lights flickering like street lanterns, guiding onlookers through alleyways. Through this fusion of ink and light, Richie's art captures Ho Chi Minh City as it is, alive, mesmerizing, and ever-evolving, a city etched in history yet forever in motion.
Ho Chi Minh City, a very beautiful city. It is, at night time it comes alive. And I thought, well, there's got to be some way to make the two-dimensional, black and white, boring picture come alive. The technique is a two-stage technique. First of all, I need to draw the original. That's the key. And then that takes about 100 hours or so to draw one of these pictures, which can be 2, 3 weeks, 4 weeks. Once that's finished, then I scan it high resolution and then I print it. And then I cut with a knife the lights, and that's another stage, which takes another week or 2 weeks, or so. So the whole process takes quite a long time, very detailed. Everything's exactly to the millimeter almost.
Richie Fawcett has channeled his love for Ho Chi Minh City into 2 captivating books that blend his passions for art, history, and mixology. His first book, Cocktail Art of Saigon, weaves together 45 unique cocktail recipes, each inspired by a landmark, historical figure, or neighborhood in the city. His second book, Ho Chi Minh City Deca-City Project, serves as a visual chronicle of the city's transformation over a decade, from 2013 to 2023. This collection of panoramic sketches captures Ho Chi Minh City's rapid development and urban shifts, documenting both iconic and lesser-known places as they evolve.
I went out on the streets to draw very small sketches, and then over the years I developed more and more. I got more interested in drawing the streets and drawing the city. But you see my style change as well. So it's not anymore pencil, it's pen. It's getting bigger, so I'm changing, my style's changing, the city changed. So everything all in one book here shows you the development of probably the most rapid developed city in Southeast Asia, over the last decade or so. And I've been here originally to train bartenders, but then something happened in the middle, and now I'm an artist.
Before diving into a deep conversation, Richie, ever the mixologist at heart, offered Petey a cocktail crafted with the essence of Ho Chi Minh City. He called it the Saigon Spirit, a blend of flavors that mirrored the city's vibrant contrasts and charm.
All right, Richie, let's get down to all the hot stuff. How long officially have you been here?
About 14, I think.
Wow, 14 years. Now, did you think you were going to live here that long?
Apparently the saying goes, if you're here for longer than 3 years, then you're going to be here forever. I didn't ever think I was ever going to make that. And I definitely didn't think I was going to be at this point.
I can relate to that.
My 30s, when I was in London working, and they said, "Oh, Vietnam's amazing. You've got to go."
So, Richie, I'm a huge fan of your artwork, and I know you're very old school and OG style. You still like to draw with pens and pencils on paper.
Yeah, true.
Pencils.
Exactly.
What are your thoughts on the digital type of artwork these days?
I think that the digital work is, has its place, and there is a market for that. But for me, I'm never going to really change, to be honest with you. It's always going to be old school, because I want to pick up a pen, I want to hold the paper, I want to touch it, I want to feel it.
So you've been here for over a decade. How has the city changed in your eyes?
I'd say it's exciting. Still, look, I'm getting on these days, and let's face it, but the charms are still as alluring as they always have been. So for me, it's the exoticness of it.
What do you like most about Ho Chi Minh City that you cannot find anywhere else?
Basically the routine and meeting the same people every day, and also the older generation. They're amazing, beautiful. I love the family caring society. I have a family now. I have my son Harry, amazing. I think it's a great place to bring up the young generation because it's a caring situation here. Yeah, I'm very happy about that.
Can you give a piece of advice for upcoming artists that perhaps want to pursue this full time?
For me, my kind of art is relevant because it's actually it gives a sense of place. Because when you look at the pictures of what I draw, that's the location. It's about the situation. It's about where you are, in Saigon. So that story, that narrative, is expressed in the pictures that I draw. The key to being, a unique artist is that the style that you draw in or paint in, essentially people recognize, but that you don't need to have a signature, in the picture to recognize your work. So that's the key, I think, anyway.
For Richie and others like him, their work becomes a bridge between Ho Chi Minh City's past and its ever-evolving present, capturing the nuances that locals and newcomers alike hold dear.
Chả giò hải sản, bò sốt tàu xì, cà ri gà. Wow. I've just been watching YouTube chef sensation Culinary Frank. I think it's time to go visit him as he's moved back here to Vietnam and listen to his story and check out all the fuss in the kitchen. Let's go.
Hello.
From a passionate YouTube chef to in-person culinary experiences, Phuong Pham, the creative force behind Culinary Frank, is a beloved figure among food lovers and ASMR enthusiasts. His YouTube channel, boasting around 410,000 subscribers and over 31 million views, offers bite-sized cooking stories enriched by soothing background tracks and the authentic sound of cooking. From rhythmic knife chops to the sizzle of meat, these sensory elements transport viewers to his kitchen. For overseas Vietnamese like Petey, Culinary Frank serves as a flavorful bridge to their cultural roots, deepening their appreciation for traditional Vietnamese cuisine.
What's up, everybody? I'm joined here with head chef and owner of Society Cafe Dining, Frank. Thank you for having us.
Thank you.
Interesting story. I've heard a little bit of backstory, but I want to learn a little bit more about your journey through the culinary experience. Tell us a little about that.
So I graduated from culinary school around 13 years ago.
Oh, 13 years.
13 years.
Wow. I've been in Vietnam 13 years.
Oh, cool. So after Singapore, I moved back to Vietnam for around 2 years. But then I got an apprenticeship to the US. So I worked in the US for 1 year and then come back. And then after that, I moved to Australia. And I stayed there for probably around nearly 8 years.
Wow. So you've been abroad for quite some time.
Yeah.
Nice. So what did the international experience, like the learning?
And I was quite lucky to be able to, travel to different continents. So I got exposed to a lot of different type of cuisine. So Singapore itself was already a very Asian dynamic flavors kind of country. In the US, it's another story, right? So I was in Miami for a year. So there's a lot of like Hispanic, Mediterranean cuisine. So sort of like build up my profile.
During his time abroad, Frank developed a habit of researching recipes to support his independent lifestyle. Cooking was initially a necessity rather than a career aspiration. However, the positive feedback he received from friends ignited his passion. With a rich background in diverse cuisines and a talent for photography, over the past 3 years, he has produced more than 300 videos featuring dishes from Vietnam's northern and southern regions, as well as European, Japanese, and Korean cuisines. Each video brings a multi-sensory cooking experience to his audience.
So I also see that you're very big on YouTube, on Instagram as well. So when you started, I guess, cooking and then decided to make content with the food, how did you feel that this was going to be a direction that you would do in the kitchen as well?
So one of the reasons I started YouTube is because I was living in Mackay when I first arrived in Australia. Doesn't have much Vietnamese, like you said before. Yeah, we probably like 10 families back then. Everybody knows each other. You're living abroad, you start carving for Vietnamese food. My YouTube channel is always has been my way to go and express myself. So in the kitchen, it's always stressful. Right? Everything has to be fast, have to be precise. But that kind of energy doesn't bring you, de-stress, relax, chill, lay back. It brings you more stress. So that's why I want to start something that actually I can de-stress myself and then share the vibe, the ambience to the viewer as well, the experience that I have to the viewer. You can take it slow, enjoy it, and that's one of the main reasons when I started.
I think that's one of the easiest things to that people like drawn to is food stuff. Yeah. Food videos, how-tos, and like just looking at a dish, it's like, I need to go eat that.
Yeah. And then I think maybe I could share the ideas by filming. So I start learning about it and then start Culinary Frank as the YouTube channel. And I just slowly built from there.
Frank's journey reflects his steadfast commitment to sharing his culinary artistry. He dreams of elevating Vietnam's F&B scene by offering authentic and refined dining experiences.
So we're here at the Society Cafe Dining. It looks very Melbourne influenced. Share with us the reason why you decided to move back to Vietnam, and was there an opportunity if you could open a restaurant overseas, or why did you decide to do it here?
The society in Vietnam means cộng đồng xã hội, một cái xã hội. So in the kitchen we have a saying, a kitchen is a small society. So I always wanted to start something as a business myself. I never actually looked at myself as a chef in the long run. I'm still a chef, but I want to do, be my own boss, sort of thing. So most people, they go abroad, they got citizenship, everything, and then they stay there, right? For us, we done it, and we move back, which is a little bit like a salmon, they swim back to the river.
I mean, for me, it's a little bit different because I was born in Australia and I visited here, and then fell in love with the country and saw the opportunity, so
and then you stay.
Decided to come back as well. So,
which is very interesting is nowadays a lot of younger generation, they don't really think about going abroad anymore, because they saw the opportunity in Vietnam. They know that they can grow it here, right? And they can contribute to the country, which is great. We can see that Vietnam changed a lot.
All this talk is making me super hungry and thirsty. I would love to check out your kitchen, your playground, where all the action happens.
All right, that's good.
Should we magically appear there?
Yeah.
Oh, we're all of a sudden in the kitchen.
Yeah, man.
All right, Frankie, this is the best seller.
Yeah.
Young innovators like Frank are transforming Vietnam's food and beverage landscape using unique approaches to elevate the industry while showcasing Vietnamese cuisine on a global stage. By leveraging digital platforms and his restaurant, he bridges tradition and innovation, making a significant contribution to the country's F&B development.
You can cook the egg a little bit and let it a bit runny out, oozing out. So, and then take a piece of meat and then just kind of like dip into the egg.
Ah, okay.
So you got a little bit bite of everything, and then just clear up the richness. You can have a little bit of pickles at the end.
Oh my God. Yo.
Yeah.
It's like there's a party in my mouth and everyone's invited. All the flavors are. So, hey, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for taking us on your journey in the culinary experience of your overseas to transitioning to here. I love this dish. I'm going to tell everyone about it. So,
thank you.
Thanks,
you so
Frank.
much.
And come to one of my shows. I'll let you know as well.
Yeah, sure,
so,
man.
Awesome.
Thank you so much. Please enjoy.
That's a wrap for this episode of When in Vietnam. We hope you've enjoyed exploring the vibrant charm of Vietnam's cities and cuisine. Stay tuned for more captivating stories and adventures in our next installment. Until then, take care and see you next time.
What's your best seller?
Char siu rice.
Char siu rice.
Yeah.
Char siu rice, everybody. I don't know if that works. We just cut it there. Better? Your black seal coffee. That bad. This jacket is Richie's drawings too, huh? Yeah. Where can I get a jacket like this?